So someone sent me this game to play via Steam Curator. They stated it's basically inspired by Sharp Pixel Dungeon and Barony and some other game. So I figured we're going to jump into it and see what it's all about. Ricave. So full screen resolution. Huh. There might be a bit of an issue with these sliders. Now I will note this is a game that's currently coming to early access, though you'll basically see it before then, so there is that. So yeah, obviously it's basically in development. It's basically got some issues that, like, the developer will maybe have to fix like that, but whatever. Hopefully I won't kill the sound, so let's leave it right there. Here's the credits for those basically interested in learning about who made the game. Let's play. You appear to be in some sort of dungeon. Press space to continue. You don't know where you are exactly, or even how you ended up here. Everything around feels somewhat dreamy. At the same time, it feels a bit too real to be just a dream. You slowly start to remember something. At least you know your name. Your name is DFuxa. You've just noticed someone in the distance, but you only caught a glimpse of his shadow. You should better check it out. Alright, so here's the prologue. Moving with WAS. With one move takes one turn, so everyone else will move with you. Alright, I was wondering if it's basically going to be real time or not, but it looks like it's basically I hear more to the roguelike tradition than anything else. That's nice. So I'm unarmed right now. I do basically do 2 to 5 damage. I got 45 HP. And nice. It rotates with you, the map. So we're moving north right now. You can see on the bottom, we're basically facing. So rotating. Use your mouse to look around or press Q and E to rotate. Unlike moving, rotating does not cost a turn. So hooray. Cat basically jumped up, by the way. Strafing, A and D to strafe. So, okay. Go into the next room and climb the ladder. Walk into the top of the ladder and then press W while holding shift to go up. Alternatively, you can just click on the ladder. So shift. There we go. Opening doors. To open a door, walk into it or click it. Picking up items. Similarly, to pick up an item, walk into it or click it. Press tab to open your inventory. Equip the sword. Either drag it, right click on it, or press 1 to access it from the quick bar. Most items are unidentified and some are even cursed, so we got ourselves the roguelike traditions for sure. So I have no idea if it's cursed or not. I just put it on, that's all I know. Tooltips are important. Hover over anything in the inventory to screen to learn about it. Remember to inspect every item you find. So yeah, it's unidentified. So we don't know if it's basically cursed or anything else. Now I sort of feel by the way, if you're basically able to do this, by the way, it should basically identify as being unidentified, uncursed sort, because honestly you basically have a sticky curse type of idea here. Though I actually feel by the way that if you want to make this game a little more interesting, you should actually have it so curses aren't sticky curses. They just do negative stuff to you that you may not be able to figure out basically right away. So close your inventory by pressing tab again, or holding the right mouse button or H to inspect the surroundings. Remember to inspect all inmates to know how dangerous they are. So here's a skeleton. A typical inhabitant of this dungeon. His primary is 10% miss, 5% critical. He has 1 to 2 physical damage, 1 to 2 now to you. Destroy fragile objects, range melee, gains more experience. It's a mini map. I hate the last one, but whatever. Press M to see the map. You can zoom in with the scroll wheel. The most important room will be marked on your map. So press M. Oh, it's not basically a map, but basically like, you know, okay, I really don't like the fact that basically like, you know, pressing M to like keep this basically on there like, you know, constantly. Like I prefer basically like, you know, maybe like pressing M would basically bring us like, you know, up permanently like this. But whatever. Press space to wait a turn. Waiting lets you be the first one to deal damage and also changes your next attack. Fighting. Defeat the skeleton. Click to attack, space to wait. Enemies won't move unless you move or attack. Tips. Always plan to your next move carefully. Most enemies are deadly and even hit point and every hit point counts. Avoid being surrounded by multiple enemies at once. Hello, skeleton. Alright, so this guy basically does, you know, 1 to 2. I do like, you know, 3 to 5. I got sword as well, so I do even more. So I click. He takes 4 damage. Left leg takes 1 physical damage. Damage spread. DFuxa takes 2 physical damage. And he dies. Skeleton takes 4 damage and dies. 1 experience. Quick attack. Go into the next room and press F near the crates to automatically attack the closest target to your mouse. Pressing F can be more comfortable than using a mouse. Let's just quickly destroy multiple targets around you. Now, I will note, by the way, like, you know, it looks a bit odd when you basically, like, you know, press W on, like, you know, a degree like this, obviously, like, which way you're moving, so. Take the potion from the chest and drink it. You can press the corresponding number key to access the potion from the quick bar, in this case, 1. So, where's the potion? Oh, it's from the chest here, so. White potion. So we got the, you know, thing here. White potion, unidentified. Either drink it or throw it at someone else. The item is unidentified. However, thanks to your impeccable perception, you can tell that it's one of the following. Okay, so we basically have the idea of like, you know, Golden Crone Hotel here. Basically, Golden Crone Hotel basically has to like you sort of like can like, you know, perceive what the like, you know, potion basically is. Though you don't necessarily know particularly what it basically is. So I know it's either gonna be a health potion, beer, or a potion of haste here. So they'll do one of those things. And we're going to drink it. Hold shift and click on the skeleton's arm to destroy it. Then finish him normally. Each body part has its own hit points. So basically like hit you know, body parts like, you know, some of like the other games. Okay, so you can attack diagonally, that's good to know. Which arm am I going for? Right arm or left arm? So every floor has a lever which opens the gate to the exit room. Click on it and leave the area. But be careful, pulling the lever wakes up all enemies on the floor. So basically, if there's like, you know, sleeping enemies, they're like going to be woken up when I do this. So pull. Gate opens, now find the exit. Alright, so there's the tutorial. Alright, so quest completed. We got 1 as 01 stats for DFuxa, 1 quest available. So, new home, click to read more. Hello? Does my voice sound familiar to you? Who is this? Your worst nightmare. Huh? or your most beautiful dream. The choice is yours. Talking real is exactly what I need now. You most certainly don't seem like my dream. What is this place? Well, let me tell you that you are the only one responsible for all this. I love being responsible. Go and take a look around because you'll be calling this place home from now on. So, all seems strange, but you hope it will start to make sense eventually. Enter your first dungeon and kill at least 3 skeletons to get familiar with the place. Try to reach the end of the second floor by entering into the portal. Okay, so try to reach the end of the second floor. Now I have to wonder if there's going to be anything besides skeletons here to fight, but okay. So we have to like unlock like, you know, maybe some like, you know, fame and stars and stuff from doing stuff here, so okay. Enter dungeon, attempt 0, high score 0, floors reached 0, total kills 0. So, mild, rough, extreme here. With my character, traits, active quest, boosts and stuff like that. So rough. This is how the game was meant to be played. Be prepared to die often, even from a single encounter if you're unlucky. So starting HP is 25, small healing crystals is 2, mana crystals 1, health potions per floor 0 to 2. Mild. Challenging but mild experience. This is the recommended difficulty for new dungeon crawler players. So basically, like, you know, a little bit stronger. You get like, you know, weaker enemies to fight, weaker levels for them, more health potions and stuff, less score. And extreme, the highest difficulty for experienced players. The game is more challenging, but also more rewarding. So, more challenge, but for like more reward. We'll just go in rough. Keep it simple. The Cavern of Dawn, 2 floors. Here we go. What is this place? I must find a way out. So the Cavern of Dawn, Sector Casapia. Tip: if your enemy didn't see you on the last turn, attacking them will make you deal extra damage. Hide behind a wall and wait for them to approach you for a surprise attack. Alright, so that's basically taken from like Sharp Pixel Dungeon, where essentially, like, you know, if like you attack stuff like, you know, who just enters the door, you'll basically get a surprise attack and stuff like that. Or like use smoke bombs. So, fun. So you can move diagonally if you want to, that's good to know. We got weeds, so that's like, you know, from Sharp Pixel Dungeon for the most part. I can't see above there, by the way, so whatever. I start with no weapon, but I do have a potion here. Black potion. So potion of weakness, beer, or potion of slowness. So basically it's a negative potion. And I got bandage that basically used to, like, you know, remove broken bone or bleeding. So basically it's your weakness slows them. That's good to know. There's a lever to get out by the way, but I get the feeling that this guy's friendly, so yeah, basically it will help me. So warning, if killed, all members of his faction will become hostile. Well, they woke up when I did that, so oh, these guys break down walls? Well, I killed the, the skeletons, but at great pain. A loaf of tasty bread reduces hunger and heals some HP, so... We're going to eat that. I'm taking bleeding damage. We're going to use that then. I'll eat. One of the free green key fragments, if you collect all of them, you can unlock the green chest somewhere in this dungeon. So, okay. Now I notice an issue here. I can't reach this. I can't jump or anything, so... Apparently there's ceiling spikes on the ceiling. That's good to know. So those are traps. I think that was worth doing, but who knows. Stamina booster. A quick way to restore some stamina. Restore 7 stamina on target, max stamina 2. I wonder if it's like ability to sort of run and that, like, that's what stamina can be used for, running. Or it's used for other abilities and stuff. You've collected Stardust, a precious currency. Stardust can be spent in the lobby to buy boosts for your next runs and unlock special rooms. All items marked with the lobby item carry over to the lobby. All other items are lost when the run ends. So, basically it's used for like, upgrades and such. Every corner of this dungeon feels like it's speaking directly to me, Leo. Apparently I froze myself there a little bit, but oh well. Okay, I can move like 2 spots if I want. It's good to know. There's a sword. Now, that might be bad to sort of do, but, whatever. How do I talk to you? Who are you? Someone who's trying to survive here. I've just met this strange guy. I'm calling him Shadow. He says he knows this place. Listen, I need you to promise me something. Whatever he says, don't trust him. Why? What's this even all even about? The demon is after us. He's the reason why we're all here. You need to keep moving. Don't waste any more time. The deeper you go, the more things will become clear. You're not the only one here. By the way, I know a few things and I can help you. If you have gold, I'll identify items for you. 2 swords that look alike may turn out to be completely different. Thanks, I'll think about it. So he needs 8 golds to do stuff. Again, a skill point. So we have like a little like skills system here. Scavenger, find more raw meat. Blast proof, receive less explosion damage. Find more traps in a dungeon. Atomus, deal 30% more damage when directly targeting a body part. Lockpicker, open green chests, ancient containers, and royal doors without having to find any keys. Also open cases without having to defeat the boss first. And Bargainer, shopkeepers sell items at 50% less. Warriors identify items at 50% less, so very nice. So Venture, Warrior, Defender. Why not look at blast proof? Maybe explosions are a thing. Who knows? So here's the factions, by the way. You, monsters, spiders. So enemies, monsters are like, enemies to me. Spiders are basically an enemy to me. So basically, I'm basically me. Monsters, basically, they're like, you know, enemies to me, they're enemies to like spiders, they're enemies to guardians. So skeletons are monsters. I've yet to find the spiders, but we haven't found any habits here. They don't have any enemies, but you know, if they get killed in Nazi, it's bad. Guardians, a group of friendly, well-armed people. You have to find them. We'll see about them later. I have to say, this is a you know, much more involved, you know, game than I expected to be. Can I open these up? You see a big metal rusty cage in front of you. Do you want to open it? Open. So a dog. Oh hey, you seem to be friendly. What are you doing here? Woof. Why am I talking to a dog? I think if it basically, like, you know, shows the story, it's going to attack him, so I don't want to do that, so. A vine seed? What is this taking stamina to do, by the way? Plant vines which will block path, but not line of sight. Find lever to open. Here's a Phantom's altar. Summon a deadly phantom. Get a bonus to deal physical damage in exchange for impairing sight. Spawn phantom on target, vision range max 1. On target, deal physical damage goes up. Open all gates and alerts everyone on the floor. Pull it only when you're ready to escape. So we'll avoid that for now. Is the doggy following me? I hope so. You might be useful for, you know, something. Small healing crystal. Heals 50% of your max HP. And a skeleton. Very nice. Pressure plate. A pressure plate, when activated as soon as someone steps on it. Warrior Shrine. Unleash your inner warrior and prove that you're worthy. Have your max HP in exchange for 20%, 5% higher physical damage for some time. So I'm already basically at half HP. It's not actually doing anything. That woke you up. Baby skeleton. Hello. Wonder what that did, if anything. Can't reach that yet. Want that. Plate armor is cursed. You'll need to find a craft a curse removal. So cursed. This item is cursed. You can't unequip it. But it's going to provide me hopefully like good physical damage reduction. So, you know, that's pretty nice. Pickaxe lets you mine red, green, and blue crystals. Crystals can be used to enchant your gear. There's a ring. You almost feel this would have been better with like cardinal directions, but you know, work with what you got basically. So I'll note basically what's on my quick bar is different from what's in my inventory, but I bet I can swap these around as necessary, so whatever. So I have an unknown effect. It comes from an unidentified item, so basically this is doing something, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, throw at someone to immobilize them. They won't be able to move, but they can still attack from their position. And this basically your health, beer, or push of slowness. I forgot about this like potion over here I can throw, but whatever. Well, I guess it's time to, like, you know, hit the lever. A rat. A pesky rat. Rats can sometimes spawn behind your back. So get throwable stones from that, that's good to know. There goes the rat. See, I think that, you know, it is helping me to dodge, that's good to know. Yay! Green fragment there. Green crystal. Mine it with a pickaxe and use it to boost your gear's protective properties. You'll need to collect 2 crystals of the same color in order to change your gear. So 6. So enchant gear. Okay, that's what that's for. You see the green chest in front of you. It can only open with 3 green key fragments, which I already have. So. Poison shuriken. A single-use deadly thrown weapon. Slide and poison. Cost no turn to use. Okay. There's chainmail. So basically this is also like, you know, an armor I can basically use. This is cursed though, so whatever. Scroll. So this is levitation, identification, or fire scroll. And we got our souls, something that's here. Blindness, summoning, or awareness. And a stone. There's that. There's the way down. Puzzle pieces, just like Stardust, are permanent lobby items. Collect all 10 of them across different runs to unlock a secret room in the lobby. Alright. So that basically heals me as you use it. That's all it works. Bye-bye, doggy. Don't die. Do you want to go down the stairs to the lower level of the dungeon? You won't be able to come back. Proceed. Alright, Sector Aquilia. Every step feels eerily familiar, almost as if I've been here before. Alright, this guy actually came with me, that's nice. You can hold shift to kick down doors. Kicking doors pushes enemies staying on your side. Okay, interesting. Is that poison? Well, let's just live and find out. Yeah, I got poisoned, so I'm going to take 1 damage every 2 turns for 28 turns. Which means I'm probably going to die to it. Notice how you avoided a trap, so I guess they're probably smart enough to do that. Don't buy bread for 200 gold. Leave. So these are shop items I'm staying on right now. Okay, that's good to know. I feel I'm close to the end. Whatever awaits me, I hope I'm ready. Let's eat that then. Okay, so you actually see the sanitation board went up there a little bit. On the by the way, the sanitation color could probably be a little bit different from the other stuff. Because like, it's very hard to sort of like, distinguish from our stuff, whatever. A deadly trap which will harm everyone staying in line of fire, triggered by attacking. Physical damage, 6 to 8 to, now to you. Makes noise rate is free. I don't know where his trap's going to fire from, by the way, but, let's just keep eating this stuff up. There's a mace, by the way. It'd be nice if I actually see, like, the damage properties, like, a regular, like, mace or sword. Just to know which is better. Let's choose the mace, I guess, because why not? That's cool. So you got traps. I really can do this, by the way, so let's do that. Get a little more HP. Let's get this. Restores all your mana so you can use your spells again. Well, I can't use mana just yet, so whatever. Drunkenness trap, okay. Berserk scroll of mass panic or teleportation scroll. Did I stop being poisoned? Okay, so here's a, blue crystals. Can I throw a stone at this guy, I wonder? See, if you wake up an ally, basically, like, Oh, cool. Identified the sword. So it's just an ordinary sword. Nothing more to it. I want like this to instantly kill you if you basically were in the trap. If you teleport to a random location on the map, however, when used again, it will always bring you to the same location. You basically heard that. My experience is up to 3 of 8. Awesome. Oh, I'm bleeding. A mimic. Here goes the mimic. So you got mimics in this game. Good to know. Now I should actually see if this heals like my injuries and stuff like that. The potion, but whatever. As long as they avoid me, I'll avoid them. I fell, but whatever. So you can identify stuff for you if you want. So I identified a ring. It's just a ring of awareness. It's uncommon. Rings usually provide small passive buff or debuff to wear. Vision range +1. So this makes you a sea fighter. Find a lever to open. Okay. Explosive barrel. So yeah, I can hit this, but it's going to hurt, but whatever. I kind of feel you should be able to push these, by the way, so you like roll them into stuff. Well, that's good to find, I guess. Let's get to it. Hello, rat. Oh, the dog died. Well, he did his job. You can't walk around corners, by the way, like, you know, diagonally, so... Oh well. You can break torches if you want, just gonna know. There's the orange potion. And a shovel. The end portal. The bright portal, this is the end. Alright, let's just try these potions and see what they basically did for me, so... Well, this is actually a potion slow. It actually tells me what it is now. That's nice. So I guess this probably got some rogue ideas where, like, you know, if you hold stuff long enough, you basically identify them that way. So, beer, health potion, slow, potion slow. Let's just drink it. That was a health potion right there. This is also a health potion. So, that's worth knowing, by the way. Apparently, like, you know, it could say, like, different things, even if it's the same potion. I'm drunk. Dirty. Okay, when you're drunk, basically, you move around randomly, like confusion. Okay, that's good to know. Unless you're digging dirt, who knows what you'll find. Eating raw meat will make you sick. You need to cook it somehow. So basically, you know, charbroil it, whatever. Throwing knife. I got some scrolls, of course, so... So you can enchant stuff. Let's just enchant to plate armor. So plate armor, because it takes a new condition, receive physical damage times 0.9. And also removes the curse. So that's how you can remove curses if you want to. You can just like enchant them. So that's the thing. That's good to know. I just make myself blind. So yo, teleportation scroll, scroll mass panic. Make myself berserk. I find a chainmail darkness. So this is a cursed item. Basically reduces my vision range. But yeah, I would like to possibly see, like, items basically have, like, curses, but maybe don't, like, have sticky curses. They just have, like, a curse, and you don't know they're bad until, like, you figure it out, like, yourself. Curse removal scroll. So there goes this curse. I wonder if it makes, like, these things less cursed if they're cursed, so... No, so basically, it only removes curses from stuff you know is cursed. So it makes sense to actually wear all your items and remove curses, maybe, possibly, unless it's like only like one thing. Alright, well, as like a run of this game, I like what I'm basically seeing here. It's like, interesting. You've unlocked the magic blocks for your next run. It lets you rewind time at your will. Rewind the last turn for pressing Z. The watch has a limit for how many turns you can rewind at once, but it recharges it whenever you move. So basically, it's like, it's basically got like a little, like, safety feature, so if you like go really far away into like a dungeon, I guess. Alright, enter to continue. So here's my, like, my tally. Next reward at level 4. Bosses slain none. We got score 250, floor streaks 2, kills 18, combat rating A, playtime is 29 minutes, 457 turns. There's the lobby items I collected, the kills I basically made. Apparently the dog counts as a kill. What's taking you so long? What was that? Okay, we got another quest there if I want. Need Rocco's cheese. Okay. So I can lock this. Into the training room. Progress disabled. So there's like a training room if you want. And new home. Claim. So I claim my, like, thing there. We got one with 2 quests. Rescue. DFuxa, I need to know one thing. Just answer honestly. Hypothetically, let's say your lifelong friend admits to you he's been secretly stealing money from his workplace to help him cover his overdue rent. Would you report the theft or keep it secret? I report it. Ah, interesting. I will make sure to keep that in mind. So basically, like, that might be basically, like, adjust how things play out, perhaps. Anyway, look who made it back in one piece. You must tell me more about this place now, before I lose my mind. Well, you're the one who should know best. I think you have the wrong person. I could drop a hint, but first, we really need to get someone back. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure you'll need him too. Perfect, because I wasn't busy enough already. He's a friend of mine who knows this place very well, but not well enough to stay out of trouble. He's trapped somewhere on the 2nd floor of this dungeon. Bring him back safely. Alright then, let's get this over with. So quest rescue. To get more information from Shadow, you must first rescue his friend. He's locked in a cage somewhere on the 2nd floor of his dungeon. Note that you can complete the quest in any dungeon as long as it has enough floors. The further you go, the more floors the dungeon will have. So basically, like, you can go as far as you want, but it's basically whatever. Rewards: unlock a new room in the lobby. Dungeon modifier: when accepted, a person is rescued on floor 2. So sub quest. Here's my stats, by the way. So basically, I've been playing for, like, almost 40 minutes here. Notes found: 2 of 30. Chest opened. Spirits rescued. I guess that's what we're going after right now. There's the kills. Bosses killed. All the other stuff. You can change your name, I guess, if you want to be something else. Cosmetics are purely visual and have no gameplay effect unless otherwise stated. Well, I'm not really sure I really care about that, but okay, that's fine. Alright, well, I think I basically got enough to sort of show this game off. It's definitely a lot more involved than I figured it might be, so, good job, developer. You've actually caught my interest. Alright now, take care.